I'm pretty excited about today's Complete Drivel episode because not only have I turned old mate Penis Light on, I've hung up a new little decoration in the podcast booth, and it's Trish, and she's making us all wet with excitement. Oh, I'm dripping from the brow of... Okay, well that started off great. Let's really set the mood for today. Dolly Doctor. If you're not familiar with Dolly Doctor, Dolly magazine, which I think recently shut down in 2016, it ceased to exist. Dolly magazine is, and Dolly Doctor was a doctor who answered your sex questions. And Dolly magazine was aimed at, I think, like teenage girls. And the questions were amazing. And they were like let's just start reading them. I Googled and found an article that was 9 of the best Dolly Doctor questions. So it was a sealed section in the magazine. So it was sorted. This was before the internet existed. This is where you found out your sexual information. You couldn't just Google these things. Question 1. I'm 10 years old and my mum thinks I'm too young to have a boyfriend. She won't let me see my boyfriend who is the same age as me and I don't want to lose him or hurt my mum's feelings. What should I tell him? That's one of the best questions? What was the answer? How about compromising? Ask your mum if your boyfriend can visit you at home, where your mum can keep an eye on you both. That way at least you'll see him and your mum might even get to like him. You can prove to your mum that you and your boyfriend are not only trustworthy, but also mature enough to accept the limitations of your age. Talk to your boyfriend about this idea, and if he's an okay guy, he'll understand your position and agree to compromise too. That's a snooze question. Oh, that's so disappointing. I promise you, hands down, they'll get better. Like, a lot of them are like, I have thrush growing out of my vagina. And you're like, oh my God. They just get straight into it. Let's try question 2. I have an irritating itch in my throat after giving my good friend's boyfriend a blowjob in the movies. Okay, and we're back on track. I'm scared to tell my mother as she is friends with my boyfriend's mother and I'm sure he will find out about what I've done. Is there such a thing as throat thrush? Oh my God, so I told you, straight for thrush. It's always all about thrush. It flared up about 2 weeks ago and has since returned. I am 15. 15! I have an irritating itch in my throat after giving my good friend's boyfriend a blowjob in the movies. Like, this is what I mean. It's like scandal. And then you get like a professional adult who answers them like, this is a juicy question. What has Dolly Doctor said? A. Oral sex means stimulating each other's genitals with your mouth or tongue. It's just so extreme. Such as giving a blowjob. Although oral sex is normally sexual activity practiced by many people, there is a risk of spreading some sexually transmitted diseases such as gonorrhea, hepatitis B, and possibly the AIDS virus. Often there is no symptoms of such infections, but a sore throat may occur. Also, stress through feeling guilty or worrying about the possibility of an infection can result in an irritating feeling in your throat. If the problem persists, you should go and see your doctor or go to an STD clinic where the advice you'll receive is free and confidential. See, it gives, the advice is legit. They're not messing around. They're not trying to make comedy here. It's like, I have a question. I have mouth thrush because I'm a sexually promiscuous teen. I was going to say another word, but I'm not going to shame anyone. Hey, I'm a sexually promiscuous person. There's no shame in it. But it's like, hi, I'm 15 and I've sucked on all the boys. This is why I love it. Oh, that first question was so boring. Okay, question number 3. Oh my God, I'm living. About a year ago, I had pubic lice. Oh my God. I can't wait to find out how old this teen is. A teen! I was too scared to tell anyone, so I poured a lice-controlled dog wash over the area. Just recently it has come back. I would like to know if the wash harmed me and if I can buy a proper wash or cream from a chemist without a prescription. Wow. Okay. If the wash you used did not burn and you obviously didn't absorb enough to make you ill, I think you can stop worrying about it. You can buy lice treatments over the counter from your chemist without a prescription. For pubic lice, a shampoo such as a Liban foam will be useful. Your chemist will show you what's in stock and will explain how to use it. Can you imagine going up to a chemist? My sister has vaginal lice. Please provide me with something for my sister. Pubic lice. No age was given for that person. Oh, here we go. Is it wrong to be in love with your first cousin? Oh my God. Can you see why Dolly Doctor was one of Australia's most amazing treats? Oh, because it made your sexual promiscuity seem nothing in comparison to these people. Is it wrong to be in love with your first cousin? I'm 18 and I'm attracted to my cousin who is 6 years older than me, and I don't know what to do about it. Would it be considered incest if I married him and had his children? Could you tell me if people ever marry their cousins? I cannot wait to read this answer. Yes, marriage between cousins does happen and it's quite legal. Oh, didn't know that. Look out, Christian's cousin. No, that's fine. Never mind. That was a poorly timed joke. The other good news is that you wouldn't be committing incest if you married your cousin. Huh? Okay. Please go on. Incest is generally defined as sex occurring between an adult member and an underage member of the family, where the adult is taking advantage of the child. Is it? I didn't know that. So what's it called when you have what if your brother and sister? What's that called? Just having some fun. You and your cousin certainly don't fit into that category. If you have any legal questions that can be answered by the chamber magistrate at your local... Oh my God, go to your chamber magistrate. Hi, I'm desperately in love with my brother. Can I marry him and have his children? Oh, okay, next question. Oh, the naivety. Is it possible to catch AIDS from a swimming pool? Oh, sorry, I read the question wrong. Is it possible to catch AIDS from a public swimming pool? My mum won't let me go to the local pool because she says it's certain I will catch AIDS, but I don't think she is right. Is she? Oh my God. Is this written in this was written in the 1940s. Oh, that was before. No. Anyway. It is impossible to catch AIDS from normal use of a public swimming pool. It is now quite well established how AIDS is transmitted, and swimming pools and normal social living are not amongst the methods. Very close personal contact and infection via contaminated blood, such as from using another person's needles, which have been unsterilised, are amongst the known methods. Really, the experts now say that apart from the known methods, the germ is not highly infectious. Much less so than the virus causing the common old cold. You can swim in peace and have no fears. I think that mother was just at her wit's end. She really doesn't want her daughter to go swimming because she's terrified that she might drown, maybe. And she's like, no, if you go into the pool, you'll get AIDS. It's not funny, but it's kind of the daughter's like, oh no, will I? I'm going to write to Dolly Doctor. She'll tell me. Dear Dolly, will I get AIDS from swimming in a public pool? Sign yours, Cecilia. Cecilia, aged 95. Question. Oh, I really like chunky black shoes, striped socks up to your knees and big shorts. But when I wear them to school, people laugh and start teasing me. I really hate this, so I usually end up wearing ordinary clothes that I don't very much like. How can I stop them teasing me? Kick them in the face. That's not the official response. This is the official response. Can you help it if you're a trends? Oh my God, I read that so differently. It says, can you help it if you're a trendsetter? And I really thought that said, can you help it if you're transgender? And I was about to be like, Dolly Doctor is really not correct in this instance. Oh my God. Jesus. Who says trendsetter? Clearly this doctor's 46 million years old. Good say, 46 is old, but we'll just pretend it's not. You can't stop people being narrow-minded and petty. Great advice. So if they really are getting too much for you, consider these options. Assert yourself. Let them know you're an individual, not a sheep, or simply admit it's too much to cope with at school on top of your studies and just dress like a sheep. Oh, I see. Maybe it's best to strike a balance between what you love wearing and normal clothes. For example, wear your shoes and socks with a skirt instead of your shorts. Meanwhile, try hanging around with people at school who aren't afraid to be themselves. Yeah, get better friends and tell the people that are picking on you to fuck right off. Get fucked, you pieces of shit. Sorry, that got really aggressive really fast. Okay, here's another question. I have a really embarrassing problem. I have crabs. End of question. No. When I am in the company of my it's a boy. When I'm in the company of my girlfriend, don't assume it could be a lesbian, and I start to scratch, it gets embarrassing, but I can't help it as it gets very itchy. How do I get rid of the crabs? That's another pubic lice question. Crabs, also known as pubic lice, are the size of a pinhead and cling to pubic hair and sometimes chest and underarm hair. These grey lice can be passed from one person to another through close physical contact, such as sex, or by sharing bed linen or clothing. Although they are dangerous, they can cause itching, which might result in a red rash. Treatment is simple. Lotions can be bought from your local chemist. The bottle will contain instructions on use. It's so handy, this doctor. Your partner and other people in the house should also be treated. Clothing and bed linen should be washed in hot water at the time of treatment, and once again a week later. If the itching persists after the treatment, there may be another problem, so you should see a doctor. If the crabs were caught sexually, you should be checked for other possible sexually transmitted diseases, especially if a condom was not used. Yours sincerely, Dolly the doctor. Sorry, I feel like I need to put on a posh voice for the doctor. Okay. Ooh. Next question. I'm a 14-year-old model. Oh, what a wank. And I've been offered a pornographic job with a well-known magazine. 14. The money is extremely good and I think it would be good experience for me, but my agent doesn't want me to do it. Yeah. Should I do the job and forget about my agent or simply take my agent's advice? This has to be a staged question. Although Dolly Doctor was like literally the only thing young teens could ask for advice because it was all anonymous. Fortunately, your agent is sensible. While there will always be girls who are willing to do this kind of work, you should realise that what is acceptable to you today can harm your career tomorrow. In other words, if you are serious about a modelling career, doing pornographic work for any magazine can have a nasty rebound effect on you long after the money has gone. A typical example of this is the recent nude photos of Madonna. While they weren't strictly pornographic or offensive, they weren't exactly the image the star wanted to project years later. So no matter how attractive the money might seem now, I think you are fortunate. She's 14. That's child porn. Why is that not written there? Well, judging by this question, this is what my Dr. Hull's response would be. Thanks, Stacey, for writing in. I would say this person, most probably a gentleman, is having you on and doesn't work for said magazine and just wants to take some nudes to sell online. Obviously before the internet. To sell in the street. I don't know, where would you... Anyway. So please avoid this completely. Love, Dr. Hull. Okay, next question. I'm 16 and go out a lot at night. As a result, I don't get much sleep, so I've started to take NoDoz to help me stay awake during the day. Are these tablets dangerous, and is it possible to still drink alcohol whilst taking them? You're 16. Anyways, see... They'll just ask. They're blatantly honest, and that's why I love these questions. Anybody taking nerve-stimulating pills to keep awake during the day due to stupidity? In having successive late nights, need their brain to be examined. Oh my God, she's brutal. Be sensible. Wake up to yourself. Growing teenagers need 8 hours sleep every night to assure continued good health and normal development. Oh, is that it? That's all of the Dollies. Oh, I mean, I just liked how I was like, they're usually about thrush. Question 2, about thrush. 2 pubic lices, a thrush, And will I get AIDS if I go in the swimming pool? I don't know why. Is Dolly Doctor like an online thing? Can you do now? Let me just check. Dolly Doctor. I think so. Dolly Doctor. Weird but interesting things you may notice during sex. Well, see, now I guess Dolly Doctor isn't really needed because the internet's come along and you just type I have pubic lice into Google and like eBay comes up with all the different things you can buy. What's this article say? Weird but interesting things you may notice during sex. Oh God, the smell is off-putting. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Oh my God. It says here, the smell of his semen. It's good to see that Dolly has still maintained that level of real in-your-face language. Okay, I think we're done here. It's been a wonderful journey. Thank you so much for joining us.